We're in the same class, Lena and I. Lena's the only girl. Luckily, it was summer vacation. Otherwise, Lena was so fed up with school that she would have fallen into a coma and popped her clogs, as she puts it. Actually, you could have popped your clogs when you fell if there hadn't been a mattress underneath you, I said to her later that evening, when we were back outside, looking at the hole in the hedge. Lena doubted that. She thought she would have gotten a concussion at the most, and she's had that before, twice. But I still wonder what would have happened if she had fallen down without a mattress there. It would have been awful if she'd kicked the bucket. I wouldn't have Lena anymore. She's my best friend, even if she is a girl. I've never told her. I don't dare, as I don't know if I am her best friend. Sometimes I think I am, and sometimes I think I'm not. It depends. But I do wonder about it, especially when things happen like she falls down from ropeways onto mattresses that I've put there. Then I think I would like her to tell me that I am her best friend. She doesn't need to say it loudly or anything. She could just say it hidden behind a cough. But she never does. Sometimes it seems that Lena has a heart of stone. As well as her heart of stone, Lena has green eyes and 7 freckles on her nose. She is thin. Grandpa sometimes says that she eats like a horse and looks like a bicycle. Everyone beats her in arm wrestling. But Lena says that's because everyone cheats. As for me, I look normal, I think, with light hair and a dimple on one side. It's my name that isn't normal, but that can't be seen on the outside. Mom and Dad named me Theobald Roderick. They regretted it afterward. It's not a good idea to give a small baby such a big name. But what's done is done. I've now been named Theobald Roderick Danielson Ittergard for 9 years. That's quite a while. It's my whole life. Luckily, everyone calls me Trill, so it doesn't really bother me. Apart from when Lena sometimes asks, "What is your full name again, Trill?" Then I answer, Theobald Roderick. And then Lena laughs, long and hard. Sometimes she slaps her thigh, too. The hedge that Lena and I made a hole in marks the boundary between our yards. The small white house on one side is where Lena lives with her mother. They don't have a dad in their home, though Lena thinks there would be plenty of space for one if they tidied up the cellar a bit. The big orange house on the other side is where I live. We have 3 floors plus an attic, because there are so many people in my family. Mom, Dad, Minda, who's 14, Magnus, who's 13, me, 9, and Krula, 3. Plus Grandpa, Dad's dad, who has an apartment in the basement. That's just enough people to keep under control, says Mom. When Lena comes over, it's a little too many, and then things get chaotic. Today, Lena thought it would be a good idea to go into my kitchen to see if anyone had decided to have some coffee and cookies. Grandpa had. Every now and then he comes up from the basement to have a cup of coffee. Grandpa's thin and wrinkly and has wispy hair. He is the best grown-up I know. Grandpa kicked off his wooden shoes and stuck his hands in his overalls pockets. He always wears overalls, my grandpa.
"Well, if it isn't good old Trill, and the girl from next door," he said, bowing. "It looks like we've come on the same mission."
Mom was in the living room, reading the newspaper. She hadn't noticed that we'd come in. That's because it's entirely normal for Lena and Grandpa to be in our kitchen, even though neither of them lives here. They just pop in. Lena visits so often that she's almost her own neighbor. Grandpa picked up a flashlight that was lying on the kitchen counter and crept up on Mom.
"Hands up!"
he shouted, pretending that the flashlight was a pistol.
"Stand and deliver your coffee or your life, Lady Kari."
"And cookies," Lena added, just to make sure.